Well, hey guys, happy new year to everyone. It's great to be with you on Inspirations for Your Life. Today is January 1st, it's 2026, and I couldn't be happier to be with you than today. First, a very warm welcome to everyone who has never been here before. And if you're coming back, I definitely want to say thank you. And of course, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back to the show. Really do appreciate people that enjoy the quality of my show and the content of it. And I definitely want to say thank you to everyone for making 2025 an amazing year. And I want to say that we are now officially on the air 4 years in a row. And today, January 1st, 2026, marks, yes, ladies and gentlemen, our 26th year. It's like 2026, the year of 26, but it's actually our fifth year on the air. But it's in the year of 2026. So we're now on the air 4 years in a row, and we are starting our fifth year. So welcome everyone. Again, if you're thirsty, feel free to go grab yourself something like a cup of water, like my RO here, or maybe a snack, maybe a drink, other beverage, or something healthy or not. That's totally up to you. And if you have not checked out believemeachieve.com, what are you waiting for? Go check that out right after the show is over. I think you'll really enjoy my short form content, my long form content, and so much more. So definitely check that out. I think you're going to be very pleased with it. Again, you can get my short form content, you get my long form content, and so much more. All right. Reels and a lot more too. So I'm really glad to be with everyone here on January 1st, 2026. And so the way we decided to do these, let's say, a couple of sets of shows before we actually get into January 3rd, which is actually our official master topic that goes through the 9th, because we had some on and off days, we did some little mini things. Like, for example, we did a show that went to one day, then on the Wednesday, we did basically the show that ended basically on to the 31st. So we did like that Saturday to that Wednesday, and now we're doing the Thursday to the Friday, and then Saturday we will start off with our brand new master topic. So we've had a couple little master topics and little short mini weeks, but I thought it was better to do that because of the way the format went. So again, I just want to say thank you everyone for being here. It's so great to have you here. I'm glad that we're rolling off and kicking off with another amazing, guys, great year. Thanks to all of you. So let's kick the show off. So you're tuned in to the ever popular Inspirations for Your Life show, now on the air 4 years in a row, and today marking our first day of the fifth year. This is the daily motivational show, the show that helps you think sharper, to feel stronger, and to take real action in your life, your business, and of course, your relationships. By the way, this is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, graduate student, and yes, of course, a passionate lifelong learner. And it is my privilege and pleasure to be with you guys here today. And someone who lives what he teaches and shows up every day to help you reset, refocus, and rise higher, because we always can. Today kicks off the season of our season 5. It is basically in season 5. We're on show 1, episode number 1, and there is no better way to start 2026 than by resetting the one thing that drives everything else. What is it, guys? You ready for it? It is none other than your mindset. Yes, your mindset. And I know that's important to understand. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay. Hopefully mindset means a lot. And I'm going to tell you it should mean something to you. Okay. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. And I want to let you know that mindset is truly key. All right. So this episode is called Reset Your Mindset for 2026. 30 micro shifts to start the year strong. Instead of chasing big, fragile resolutions that crack by week 2, you and I are going to build something much more resilient, more powerful, and of course, repeatable for the mindset shifts that will turn into habits, identity, and of course, long term growth. Does that make sense, everyone? Hopefully, it does. So, think of this as a mental set of systems upgrade for your year. So, grab a notebook, take a breath, and let's step into a version of you that 2026 is waiting on. I've got my water, maybe you've got your drink or your beverage or your snack, and let's go ahead and kick this off because this is going to be, when I say an amazing, amazing year, it's going to be an amazing year, but the choice to make it amazing, guys, comes from you. Nowhere else. It comes from you. And I think that's an important piece that a lot of people don't really get. And hopefully that makes sense. But I know, hopefully, this can help you. And hopefully that means something to you. And hopefully you know that the decision to move forward is totally up to you. Number one, decide who you want to be in 2026. Before you obsess over what you want to do, get clear on who you want to be. Are you the calm leader, the courageous creator, the disciplined builder? When your identity leads, your actions will always follow. And I think that's important to understand. Number two, choose one word or phrase as your theme, your mantra. Pick a guiding word for 2026 like growth, okay? Clarity or courage. This becomes your North Star, a simple mental anchor that you can return to when life gets, well, let's say, a little bit noisy. And we all know life can get noisy sometimes. So I think it's important that we do have an established anchor. Even though it's already in 2026, you're still okay to set your goals and your aspirations. Just don't wait till next week. Okay, so I think that's important to understand. And I think that's a very important thing to know, and I think hopefully that'll mean that you have more power than you believe is actually possible. Okay, that's important. So number three, guys, we're going to get right into number three. You ready? Number three is a really good one, and that is write how you want to feel more often. Decide on three feelings you want more of this year. Maybe it's calmness, energized, confident. When you know the feelings you're aiming for, you start choosing habits that create them, almost like automatically. I think that's a really cool thing to understand, right? Number four, guys, swap new year for new me. New year, better habits. You don't need a new you. You need an upgraded set of systems. Focus less on the reinvention and more on refining the small things you do every single day in your life. And these are not hard things. These are the small choices that you make every single day in your life. Okay. I think that's a very important thing to people don't really get like what that means. And I think what it means is that we have to be somebody that is going to stick to our values, going to stick to our core every single day. I think that's the real thing that I want all of you to understand is that whole is that whole thing. I think that's the most important thing. So number five, list three things from 2025 you're proud of. Pause and honor what you already did right, big or small. Pride in the past effort fuels belief in the future growth for something even stronger and bigger. Number six, guys, name one limiting belief you're leaving in 2025. Call it out directly. Maybe I'm always behind, or I'm not a disciplined person. Once it's named, it's easier to challenge and release it. But you have to first be open to these things and move on. That's probably the most important thing that I can tell you is you have to do that. Number 7, guys, install one new empowering belief. Replace that old script with something better, like I'm capable of consistent progress, or I learn quickly when I commit. Repeat it until it feels familiar. All right. Number 8, guys, pick one area where progress beats perfection. Choose a part of your life, could be fitness, content, business relationships, where you celebrate movement, not flawlessness. See, perfectionism kills momentum. Progress will always build it. And I think a lot of people and companies don't really get that. They get stuck because they think it's got to be perfect first. Somebody said to me one time, John, done is better than perfect. Now, you can always go back and you can always recomb the hair, or change some things, or smooth over some edges, or repaint some stuff. You get my idea. You have to get the idea done and down, because if you don't, you will definitely have a big problem. So remember, done is better than perfect, even though I know you may want to do more than just be done. You may have to revise it. Number 9, block 10 minutes a day as future me time. Put it in your calendar. Use those 10 minutes for anything that future you will thank you for. Planning, learning, tidying, reflecting, or taking one small step, right? Remember, it's not about doing everything overnight. I know so many people that want to do it all overnight, and that's not the right way to do it. In fact, that's just going to get you frustrated, and it's going to get you into not wanting to do anything. It's going to get you into a deeper mode of procrastination, and nobody wants that, right? Number 10, write a letter from your future self. Date it December 31st, 2026. Write as if future you is thanking present you for the changes you made, the courage showed, and the habits you stuck with. Let that vision pull you forward. And I think when we can start to embrace, when we can start to experience these things, our lives will change. Our lives will change, guys. I think that's a very important thing that a lot of people miss, is that there's so much out there for us, and we can change, and we can become so much better, right? We can become so much better. And I think that's a very important thing. Number 11, set one health habit just for January. Keep it small on purpose, maybe a daily walk, morning stretch, or an extra glass of water. I've been on water for many, many years, and I love my RO water. Prove to yourself that you can be consistent before you go bigger. Number 12, guys, set one relationship habit for January. Decide how you'll show up better for people. Maybe a daily appreciation message or a weekly check-in call. Strong years are built on strong connections. That's important, guys. Number 13, set one career or business habit up for January. Pick a simple, repeatable action, 10 minutes of learning, one outreach, or a daily follow-up. When your career has a rhythm, your results will compound. I think that's important. Number 14, choose one non-negotiable boundary for your time or your energy. Maybe it's no work calls after a certain hour, or no doom scrolling in bed. Protecting your energy is how you protect your future. Let's remember that. Number 15, guys, decide. Everything's about decisions. Decide what you'll stop apologizing for. In 2026, you're done apologizing for having goals, standards, or needing rest. Your needs are not inconveniences. They're part of your own unique design. All right. Number 16, create a simple friction list. Write down 3 things that regularly drain you, like cluttered email, unplanned mornings, or certain distractions, and one step to reduce each of them. Smooth the rough edges of your day, and you'll see that your day will actually become a lot better. Right? So let's go ahead and follow those steps. Number 7, guys, make a fuel list. Identify 3 things that reliably recharge you. Maybe it's music, a walk, journaling, prayer, or reading, and actually scheduling at least one of them for this upcoming week. When we find these things, we sometimes wonder why things are a certain way. Um, we can know that a lot can change in our life. A lot can change in our life. Okay. All right. Number 18, guys, commit to learning one meaningful skill in 2026. Now, I know you're probably saying, John, I don't want to learn anything. Like, I don't want to do anything. Just learning one skill will make you a lot better than you probably ever envisioned could ever be. But you have to start with the discipline to actually want to do it. All right. Choose a skill that elevates your life: public speaking, AI marketing, leadership, or something deeply personal. A year from now, you'll be grateful you started it. So let's go ahead and get that started, all right? Number 19, guys. Number 19, pick a small January challenge. Try something like no phone after a certain time, XPM, like 10 pages of reading maybe a day, or maybe daily journaling, or short focus challenges. They will build discipline muscle that you didn't know that you could. Number 20, guys, decide how you'll measure growth besides money. Track things like relationships, improved skills, gained impact that's created for you, or well being increased. When you expand your definition of success, you expand your life. I think that's something a lot of people miss, is that if we could just realize we're all about neuroplasticity, we understand that concept, our life can change so very much. Okay, I mean a lot, not just a little bit. So that's a very important thing to do. Number 21, choose one thing you will delegate or drop. Stop trying to do it all. Decide on one task, project, or responsibility you hand off or simply stop doing, so you can focus on what really moves the needle. Number 22, guys. See, all these points, they actually mean something, okay? All these points actually will mean something in your life, but you have to embrace them. That's an important thing. Number 22, write a simple why statement for 2026. 1 or 2 lines. Read it in under 10 minutes. That will answer, why am I doing all this? Keep it clear enough that if it still makes sense on your hardest days, then you're heading in the right direction. You're not getting off path, because I think sometimes when a new year starts, we have all these great ideas, but then we don't stay on path because we become overwhelmed. Number 23, guys, define what a good day looks like in 5 bullet points. Maybe it's moved by my body and movement. Maybe it's focused work, connected with someone I care about. Maybe I learned something and rested with intention in it. Using that list as your daily compass will allow you to propel forward, not just in one direction, but in many ways of your life. So I think if we can really take the time, guys, to understand those type of things, I feel that will make a very, very big difference in our life. Number 24, find one area where fear has been driving and Hand the wheel to curiosity. Ask this question before I get my glass of water here. Where have I been saying no because I'm afraid? Then experiment with, what if I got curious instead of being worried? See, curiosity opens doors fears often keep shut. Number 25, commit to weekly goal check-ins. Don't wait until December to find out, oops, what happened? I guess I fell a little short. Pick a day to review what moved the needle. What stalled? What's the next right step I should be taking? Course correct. In real time, very similar to the way, your GPS does in your car, right? I think that's an important thing to realize. The GPS isn't there to hound you, but it's there to make sure that you get to the right destination. Avoiding traffic, avoiding any accidents or road closures or things like that. I think that's important to definitely understand. All right. Number 26, guys. Decide how you'll treat yourself when you slip. You'll miss some days, so just deal with that and understand that right now. You'll have off weeks. Plan your responses now. Kind self-talk, a reset ritual, and a commitment to return instead of quitting. Because let's face it, when we put too much pressure on ourselves, it's a natural phenomenon for people to want to quit. Okay, that's probably a very important thing to understand. We don't want to quit, but when we put too much pressure on ourselves and don't show ourselves enough love and compassion, that becomes the result. Number 27, create the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes and moves you forward, send the email, refill the water, file the paper. Do it now. See, micro actions clear mental clutter. And we don't need to procrastinate about something that takes 2 minutes. Just do it. Number 28, choose one habit to build, one to reduce, and one to release. So build, reduce, and release, one of each. Maybe you build a reading habit. You reduce late night scrolling, and you release constant self-criticism. Build one habit, release one habit, and reduce one habit. Simple, targeted shifts change your trajectory. So why not start doing them now? Number 29, decide how you'll celebrate the small wins. Each week, create a ritual, a list, a toast, a walk, a favorite snack, a moment of gratitude, and rewarding teaches your brain, hey, this is worth repeating. I'm going to keep doing this. I think that's an important thing that we need. We all need rewards. Number 30, guys, write one sentence that sums up how you want to remember 2026. Make it clear, bold, and honest. Something like 2026 was the year I stopped living on autopilot and started acting like the person I'm meant to be. Put it where you'll see it daily. When you stack these 30 micro shifts, you're not just making resolutions. You're really redesigning the operating system that runs your life. Pretty cool, right? So this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you build a year of consistent growth. Instead of broken promises, why not take some of these tactics that I've shared with you and implement them? I know the first kind of like, oh my gosh, I didn't get a chance to do what I need to do, so I guess I blew it. I can't start. No, you can start. So it doesn't always have to be the first. I mean, it's nice to be on the first. So maybe you didn't get things done the first. Well, that's okay. I'd say as long as you get started by like Monday, you'll be fine. Just the key is to not keep pushing it off. That's the key, right? That's the key. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that these ideas not only inspired you to make changes in your life, but got you to see one important thing, and that is you have more power than you think. But you see, it's our mindset that actually changes our outcome. Our mind creates our reality. Our perceptions shape our world. So we could take these minor shifts, and by doing this, we're going to change the elasticity of our brain. And our brain and bodies be like, you know what? I actually can do this. This isn't so difficult as I thought it was. I think when we hear about a new year, a lot of us get paranoid and petrified, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Like, I don't know how to start. Be kind to yourself, okay? Treat yourself with love and compassion. And you can discipline yourself, but don't be harsh to yourself, okay? That's important because we don't want to get ourselves to quit. We want to get ourselves to keep moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, if today's episode spoke to you in some small or large way, remember, you can always go deeper with more content and resources. Where? Well, in case you didn't know, it's at believemeachieve.com. And you know it's open 24 hours a day? Yes, it is. You can connect with me there. You can check out my short form content. You can check out my long form content, reels, articles, and so much more. And you can even choose to binge on more episodes of Inspirations for Your Life, the ever popular inspirational motivational show, and other shows that I have as well. And so, you can watch these shows. You can use our podcast platform and take the shows on the go with you. And you can really start to make your life just a little bit better. Hey guys, if you don't remember who I am, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. And I'm reminding you that you don't need a different year to become a different you. You do need different daily choices. And 2026 starts right now. Are you ready to start becoming the you that you've been dreaming for years? It's time to stop sitting on the bench. It's time to get in and play the game of life. It's time not to be scared. It's time to be curious. It's time to be dedicated, to be committed, and to achieve your goals and your aspirations. You see, if you don't, no one else is going to make you do it. You can have coaches that are going to help you. Even some of my best clients, I tell people, I can motivate you, but you still have to be doing the things when I'm not watching you. Ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great rest of your day or evening. Happy, healthy, prosperous 2026. Happy New Year to all of you. And I'll catch you on another show real soon. Be well, everyone.